Bitcoin has crashed below 104,000. Israel just launched an airstrike on Iran, targeting nuclear and missile facilities. And as if it wasn't enough, a US senator wants to regulate AI like never before. Oh, and the SharpLink Gaming just dropped 70% after raising almost $500 million to buy Ethereum. What is going on? Today's episode breaks down one of the most chaotic days in finance, tech, and global politics, so buckle up. You don't need to be a crypto expert or a geopolitical analyst, we get your back. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel again, where we decode complex news in a way that actually makes sense. I'm Minno, and today we are diving into how a military conflict in the Middle East sent Bitcoin into freefall, why a senator's new AI bill could change how companies build artificial intelligence, and what the heck happened with the SharpLink Gaming's massive Ethereum play that has everyone scratching their heads. By the end of this episode, you will not only understand the headlines, you will also see how they all connect and what it could mean for your wallet, your privacy, and maybe even your job. Let's start where it all kicked off, with the sky lighting up over Tehran. So in the early hours of the day, Israel confirmed that it launched what it calls a precise, preemptive strike against Iran. According to officials, the airstrikes targeted Iranian nuclear facilities and ballistic missile sites, some in the capital, Tehran. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that goal is simple: eliminate Iran's nuclear threat. Quote, "This is about survival of Israel," Netanyahu. Now, regardless of where you stand politically, here is what matters from a market perspective. When bombs start dropping, investors panic, and Bitcoin, of course, it tanked. At one point, it fell as low as 103,000, which is the sharpest drop in months. For context, just 48 hours ago, it was holding around 808k. That's a 5,000 wipeout in less than a day. So why does this happen? Short answer, Bitcoin isn't a safe haven yet. Even though some call Bitcoin a digital gold, when a real-world chaos hits, wars, black swan events, terrorist attacks, investors rush into good old cash, gold, or US treasuries. Let's be real. If missiles are flying over your city, you are not thinking, oh, let me dollar cost average into Bitcoin. You are trying to survive. But here's the kicker. Crypto markets did bounce slightly after the initial panic. Bitcoin is now hovering around 105k, about 2% down on the day. So are investors already shrugging this off, or is there another storm brewing? More on that later, but first, let's shift from missiles to models. AI models. While the world is watching the Middle East, something big is happening in Washington, D.C. Senator Cynthia Lummis, the same one known for backing Bitcoin, is turning her attention to artificial intelligence. She introduced the RISE Act of 2025. That's short for Responsible Innovation and Safe Expertise. So what does it do? Let's break it down. Key points of the RISE Act is transparency. AI companies must release model cards that explain what data they used, what their models are supposed to do, and where they might go wrong. Accountability. The bill clarifies who is liable when AI causes harm in professional settings. Think doctors, lawyers, engineers using AI tools. Privacy versus IP. Companies don't have to open source their models, but they do have to explain what they're hiding and why. So it's kind of like when a restaurant won't tell you the secret sauce recipe, but now they are required to say what the main ingredients are and the calories count and whatever it contains, peanuts or not. Smart analogy, right? But jokes aside, this could be huge, because right now AI development is like the Wild West. If a lawyer uses ChatGPT and it gives bad legal advice, who is responsible? The lawyer, OpenAI, Congress wants answers. And Lummis is trying to balance innovation with the guardrails. And this bill is bipartisan, meaning both Republicans and Democrats are on board. When was the last time that actually happened? So we will have to see where this actually goes. But make no mistake, the era of unregulated AI is definitely coming to end. Now, for one of the wildest stories in crypto this week, Nasdaq listed a company called SharpLink Gaming. They are not exactly a household name, but they just made the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Let's rewind a little bit. Earlier this month, SharpLink raised 450 million in a private funding round. The goal to buy Ethereum for its company treasury. Similar what MicroStrategy did with Bitcoin. Seems bullish, right? Then boom, the stock drops 70% in after hours of trading. People are freaking out. So what happened? Here's the twist. SharpLink filed a paperwork with the SEC to allow to resale of nearly 59 million shares. This move flooded the market with supply, essentially a giant dump of stock. Investors panicked and sold. But wait, it gets deeper. Crypto insiders like Charles Allen think this could be part of the bigger play. According to him, SharpLink may have quietly raised up $1 billion via something called an ATM offering. That's at the market, not cash machine. If that's true, then they might be preparing for even larger Ethereum purchase using DIP to scoop up tokens at discount. It's like saying, hey, watch us crash the stock on purpose, scare off the weak hands, then drop a press release tomorrow saying we bought another 1 billion in Ethereum. Genius or chaos? Manipulation or master plan? Either way, this isn't just a gaming company anymore. They are playing high stakes, crypto chess, and the rest of us are trying to read the board. Now you might be thinking, okay, we got war, regulation, and wild crypto plays, but what do these stories have in common? Great question. Here's the true line. All three stories reflect shock to confidence. Bitcoin drops when people fear instability, whatever is bombs or regulatory threats. AI regulation shows governments are waking up to risks and preparing to draw lines. SharpLink's gamble, it proves that even public companies are now betting big on crypto. But Wall Street still gets spooked easily. We are witnessing a global shift. The digital world and the real world are colliding hard. Finance, politics, war, tech, they are no longer separate silos. They feed into each other now, faster than ever. And here is the bottom line. If you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss the signals. And in this new economy, signals are everything. Alright, let's wrap it up with some key takeaways. So Bitcoin dropped below 104k as Israel launched a full-scale strike on Iran's nuclear sites. Markets are jittery and may stay that way. The RISE Act of 2025 aims to bring AI developers to heel, introducing liability and transparency rules without killing innovation. SharpLink Gaming fell 70% but might have a master plan to buy billions in Ethereum. It's risky, wild, and very 2025. All of these moves, whatever by countries, companies, or Congress, signal one thing: the future is here, and it's messy. But if you understand the players and the patterns, you can navigate it. So if you found this breakdown helpful or even just wild, make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button to help more people find this content, and drop a comment. What shocked you the most? Israel strikes, the AI bill, the crazy Ethereum play, and if you're into finance, crypto, or tech, especially the weird intersections, turn on the notification. I cover stories that don't always make the front page, but always make waves. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and stay safe out there.